With a radical dose of black nationalism, Public Enemy carved hip-hop into the angry voice of a generation.
False media, we don't need it, do we?
The thing about PE that's so important is that in the era of Michael Jackson, Prince, Luther Vandross, Lionel Richie, they represented true black male aggression.
I got a right to be hostile, man. My people being persecuted.
Backed by a producing team called the Bomb Squad and dynamic DJ Terminator X, Chuck D, Flava Flav, and Professor Griff launched an all-out assault on hypocrisy. A sonic onslaught unlike anything ever heard before.
I like the noise, as they would call it.
Bring the noise!
I got the yin and yang of Chuck D and Flava. So I've loved them from the very beginning.
They were loud.
Louder than a bomb.
They were obnoxious. They were attacking. They were taking no shorts. And people responded to that incredibly.
Public Enemy used the blunt force of rap lyrics and rock riffs to reach across the rigid boundaries of race, appealing to black and white fans alike. And to this day, they remain one of the most influential groups in music history.
It was supposed to be a 2-year program, but nobody thought that it would grow to mean so much to so many people.
Take the last train to Pottsville and I'll meet you at the station.
We were 19, 20, 21 years old. We weren't thinking, we were just doing.
This is TV, partner. This is the great American narcotic machine at work.
I'm not your stepping stone.
The Monkees were instant international superstars.
When the Monkees came to England, the Beatles gave a party.
But their critics dubbed them the Prefab Four.
The local rock group down the street is trying hard to learn their song.
The Monkees were not allowed to play their own instruments.
I didn't have any ambivalence about how the music was being made. I hated it.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
They fought to make their own records, seizing control in a high-stakes musical mutiny.
I smashed my fist through the wall. I said, yeah, well, that could have been your face.
The year that I got fired, I had the Monkees outselling the Beatles.
Then the fictional Monkees became a real live band.
I've often equated it to Leonard Nimoy really becoming a Vulcan.
This Vulcan line, Mickey, give it up for God's sake.
Look out, here comes tomorrow.
They won the battle to be their own band, but the victory led to their destruction.
I mean, whoever plays Superman shouldn't be jumping off buildings, thinking he can fly either.
When the 60s ended, the Monkees were history.
Well, that's show business.
They weren't hip, they weren't cool, but 2 decades later, they were back.
You always say you like my style.
We had sold-out concerts all over the place.
It's just so odd to me that a girl my age would be attracted to my father.
Listen to the band.
Then the Monkees' comeback fell victim to bad blood and bruised egos.
We've all quit at one time or another now.
Now, the real-life adventures of the most beloved made-up band in rock and roll history. The comedy and tragedy of the Monkees, behind the music. They were working-class warriors turned rock and roll royalty, and they celebrated their success like kings.
We lived that life, man. Big.
Of all hours of the night, drinking, having fun.
Then he said, okay, I'm coming into town. Come, meet me at a hotel. And I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Lay your hands on me.
To the eyes of the world, Bon Jovi looked invulnerable. But within the family, the cracks began to show.
The band are drunk and high and bloated, and me too. I mean, we were a wreck.
They were toast. They didn't dig each other. They weren't going to talk to each other. It probably wasn't going to be a Bon Jovi after that.
Had all the success that you could ever ask for, and yet I wasn't happy.
This ain't a song for the broken-hearted.
The Bon Jovi brotherhood broke apart, but not for long.
Somebody says like, oh, that's it, the band's broken up. It'll be back. Because it was just too big, and it was too good.
It's my life, it's now or never.
Now, New Jersey's most notorious musical mob tell their tale of luck, loyalty, dedication, and debauchery.
It's my life.
Bon Jovi, behind the music.
I am about to take you into the future.
It was the year George Orwell warned about.
In the year 1984, your masters will force you to hate. Don't touch each other.
But despite the dark foreboding of Orwell's novel, 1984 was less Big Brother and more big hits, big hair, and big changes. It was a year of blockbuster success for a prince and two queens.
Purple Rain and that whole situation, Thriller, that whole situation, I mean, that was a time period.
It was a year of big albums by a Jackson and a Jock.
I remember lecturing the band, saying, look, guys, enjoy this, because there's only one rocket ship ride to the top.
You can't start a fire.
It was a big year for the boss.
Fire without a spark.
And a girl that just wanted to have fun.
I'm a person, a human, your basic type female human.
For all of her outrageous physical appearance, I mean, this girl could really sing.
It was the year a virgin sold sex like never before.
Sex sells, and in terms of Madonna, that certainly did sell.
I'm a very sexual person, and that comes through in my performing.
From the Material Girl to Boy George, sexuality came in a variety of flavors.
The only thing that really exists is sexuality, and there are millions of variants of sexuality.